Hello, dear friends. This is Cardiac Radio at 11 p.m., nourishing our souls with living in serenity, marching towards more serene days. We need serenity, and you may be asking, when do we need serenity, right? We need serenity when chaos is around, when problems, fears, emotions of all sorts are popping up. So for us, this program at Cardiac Radio is bringing to us 21 days of messages that shall boost in us the wisdom of serenity and actually a habit of serenity. As Emmanuel says in the book Thought and Life, chapter 21, Habit. Master Jesus teaches us several habits, from the manger, the habit of simplicity, to the cross, the message of habit, the habit of serenity and patience. In another book that is yet to be translated, named Daily Meditations, Meditações Diárias, Emmanuel tells us about spiritual immunization, revealing to us that patience is the solution to all of the problems we may experience. To live in serenity, we need to simplify our needs. We need also the wisdom of serenity in peace, patience. Today, we're going to read chapter 1 of the book Before Jesus, being translated by Cardiac Radio's team, and little by little being shared with you in its whole wisdom. We learn with Emmanuel in chapter 1 that the foundation of a new life is already inscribed in the pathway that was modeled and pointed out by Master Jesus. Right? So welcome to Cardiac Radio, friends. Join us because today we're going to read chapter 1 of this phenomenal book that was psychographed by the medium Chico Xavier in 1989 and published in 1990, right? And here we have the beauty of it all. So I can see wonderful friends joining us here live. Alan Swift, thank you so much, Alan, for being here with us. Alan Swift says, serenity comes when you trade expectations for acceptance. So beautifully put. Thank you, Alan, for sharing it. Hello, Tony Torres. How have you been? Hello, Rafael Medeiros. How have you been? Margot Malik, welcome to Cardiac Radio. I see Daisy Gallen. How have you been, Daisy? And I see Adilson. A big hug to you, Adilson. Teresa Castro, welcome to our serene moment. And Sunshine, a super hug to you, Sunshine. Rihanna, beautiful Rihanna, thank you for joining us. And Souls, I can see you here. So I can see Nora Brazil. Hello, friends. Welcome to Cardiac Radio. If I have missed you, you can type it in, right? Raquel Bakeshi. I love flowers. They are my preferred part of nature. Flowers, so special. Joyce Magalhães. Welcome, Joyce. A super hug to you. Thank you for joining us. We need serenity. And let us recall the passage of Emmanuel in the book Thought in Life, chapter 21, saying we need to accumulate a set of mental reflexes that will foster a new life for us. So we're talking about mental habits so we can incorporate in our daily lives. Serenity is crucial for times in which everything is upside down. I don't know it, but I want to learn it. You want to learn it too, right? You may know it, but there's always another level. With Jesus, we're always being pushed to new levels of self expansion. All right? Chapter 1, on the Christ conscious script. This message is, I would say, a page and a half. So I won't read through it all, because if I read it, you either sleep or feel like, we need a break. So we won't. We will read each paragraph, talk a little bit about it, work on it, and go to the next. Okay? So he begins by saying, in reality, Christ advances. Why is he saying this? You will observe throughout this message that he's telling us that the Christ conscious mindset is always ahead. It's not this one that divides us in the saved ones, the not saved ones. No, no, no. That one, we're sick and tired of that. We're talking about this universal understanding of life, the true Christ consciousness that unites us all. It doesn't matter the names, but it's inserted in all the different beautiful philosophies of life, right? The universal teachings, as Kardec points out. So he says, Christ is ahead. That's why he's our model and guide. If we look at Jesus looking to the back of us, we're not going to find the true Christ consciousness because it's always ahead, in front of us, pointing out the next steps. So we're talking about a futuristic program that we need to incorporate daily. You will see how this message talks about the preparation for the future, about tomorrow, etc. It's so advanced for us. Right, Kara Correia? I can see you here. I see Rosalind Rosa and Silvio Otero. Welcome, friends. So, many people think that the Christ conscious set of principles is outdated, is misunderstood, and they put it aside. They think it's nothing new. They are always trying to find things that are mystic, etc. It's just a waste of time, a waste and a waste and a waste. And you see why. And if we really need wisdom to build a throne of glorification to the Christ in the brains of humanity, we cannot prescind the love that will pave the way for him in the kingdom of souls. Emmanuel is very pragmatic. He brings to us firsthand the ultimate goal, love. But you know, love has been so used and abused that we don't know what it is. People are constantly misunderstanding it. So much so that I'll give an example. Depending on where you are, if you smile, write to people, exchange ideas, they may misunderstand you as if you have a hidden agenda. And we feel so sorry because it's so good to exchange ideas, impressions, support to one another. And people are always like feeling on the defense, like, what is the catch? What do they want? Nothing. All of us, I know there are people who have a hidden agenda, I agree. But they thought that Jesus also had a hidden agenda. They thought that he was being loving and kind, healing people because he wanted to be the king. He wanted to dethrone the Caesars or the Pharisees, etc. They thought that by talking to women in public, he was a humanizer. Even Peter couldn't understand why Jesus was at a wedding party supporting the transformation of supporting the wedding festivity through the transformation of wine, water into wine, which was asked by his mother to do so, showing to us Mother Mary knew it all, and she was not vain. But as he said to Peter once, Peter, you know the great feeling of make a friend happy, pleasing, but not this cheap pleasing. It's really to rejoice in people's joy. How often people nowadays go to the parties of friends who are promoted at work or who are getting married, having a baby, or whatever the scenario, even a birthday party, and they don't rejoice fully because we're always jealous of something. It's as if people cannot be happy if we're not the center of their happiness. No, that's where selflessness comes in place. And Jesus is the model of selflessness. He was capable of being in a wedding party that wasn't his, rejoicing, making it grand. It wasn't his wedding. And I say this in a big human tone. It wasn't his wedding. It was somebody else's wedding. And he made a miracle happen. And I say miracle, quote unquote. He really worked his deepest resources to add to the party of others as if it were his own. You see where selflessness comes in? When we go to people's adventures and we rejoice for them. But usually, we're not like this. We always feel like lacking something. That's why we needed to restore inside of us that sense of selflessness. Because Jesus is the selfless master of all masters, right? Rafael Medeiros is referring here to help us, the book Good News, chapter 12, to talk about this, right? Thank you so much, Rafael. Yes. Hello, Jailton. You're late, but you're here. Welcome to Kardec Radio. Hello, Lisa Teles. Welcome here to Kardec Radio and John Da Rosa. So he's saying to us, there is a culture of intelligence, and there is also the culture of the heart. Again, he repeats, love, heart.